What is up, y'all? It is your girl, Brand New, and I'm back in the building for a recap of Basketball Wives Season 5, Episode 6. Okay, y'all, this was a crazy-ass episode. I just really want to kind of get right to the point with things. I don't want this to be super long. Okay, so first we got Shawnee, Evelyn, and Tammy. They are on their way. Shawnee is driving. They're on their way to Palm Springs, and they talking about the makeover that Evelyn wants to do for Christen. Tammy thinks that Christen will be excited. Meanwhile, Shawnee doesn't think it would be a good idea at all. So anyways, they get to Palm Springs, and they pick out their rooms. Evelyn, of course, gets the best room. Christen arrives, seems like right after them, and she gets like the dungeon, like some basement area. It didn't look too bad. I don't know why she was making a big deal. I guess because it was in a basement or whatever. Next, Jacqueline and Malaysia, they come and they're going to have to sleep on the air mattresses, and Malaysia ain't feeling it. Jackie didn't really mind as long as I guess she could sleep in a living area. So then, they start playing Never Have I Ever, and Malaysia mentions that, she never slept with a married man. And Evelyn acts like she hasn't did that, so Tammy is just looking at Evelyn, and she all in her confessional. Evelyn, you did that, because he was mine. Tammy, you need to let that go. It was funny as shit, y'all, but Tammy needs to let that shit go, because Evelyn is not tripping off of the shit that happened with the past with Kenny. So, Tammy, girl, bye. Anyways, they bring up Brandi, Malaysia does, and, because they sitting around talking, and so Shawnee mentions that she doesn't like her. We already knew that. And then, Tammy had mentioned she didn't want to be around her because she felt like, Brandi was trying to get things started with her and Duffy, telling Duffy, oh, you need to represent for Dallas. Don't be letting her punk you like that and all of that. I never saw where Duffy said all of that. Not Duffy, Brandi. Never saw that. So I don't know if it's one of those things that it didn't make it to the episode, or, it's something that Tammy heard behind the scenes. I don't know where the fuck she got that from. But Brandi is Duffy's friend, so of course she's going to take up for Duffy. My issue with this whole thing with Tammy is, Tammy, you are on the show. I don't care for Brandi either. She is probably my least favorite person, but I will be fair and say if she's on the show, just let her fucking be on the show. And let it just, it's never, if you guys notice with Tammy, she'll have an issue with somebody, but it'll always be on some old shit. Like the same thing with Evelyn. It was because Evelyn slept with her husband, and we all know the shit was years ago. Now it's the same thing with Brandi. It's what happened a year ago. But Tammy, if you gonna have a beef with a person, make sure it's some current shit. Like, that's all I'm asking. So, after that or whatever, Malaysia kind of felt some kind of way because she's like, hey, I want Brandi to be around. She's saying that in her confessional, of course, because Tammy ain't here for it. So anyways, next day at breakfast in the morning, and Evelyn shares that she wants to give Christen a makeover. Mainly because she had wore the biker shorts, and I don't know. Does Christen need a makeover, you guys? Everybody don't dress like how they do. I don't see nothing wrong with how she dressed. She don't dress how they do. And my thing with Evelyn is, Evelyn, you should have pulled Christen to the side. You shouldn't have said it in front of all the girls, because now you do look messy. You're my favorite on here, but you did look messy with the way you chose to go about that. So that irritated me. And I saw why Christen was offended. So next, Shawnee, she comes on down to breakfast, and she's peeping out the environment of how now Christen knows that she, is going to be getting a makeover, and Evelyn suggested it, and Shawnee is just like, well, what woman wants to hear that she needs the makeover? I guess that's what she was saying in her confessional. My thing with Shawnee is, Shawnee, shit be wrong, and then you try to play dumb like you don't know what the fuck going on. Like, if you know that girl was really going to be hurt by this, you should have put Evelyn to the side. Like, look, I don't think you should come at old girl about this. I don't think it's a good idea because she may feel offended. She don't like it. Now, Shawnee kind of did say that, but she should have just pulled Evelyn to the side and really let her know that I'm sick of Shawnee trying to act like she's not messy and it wasn't her idea. Bitch, you right there in it. You love all this shit. So anyways, Christen feels like she's judged, so she ends up walking away, and then Jackie goes to talk to Christen, and, letting her know, like, hey, they got a stylist coming, and, I understand how you feel, and there's nothing wrong with you, you're a beautiful woman, just trying to make her feel good. Jackie is good for that. So anyways, Christen hears that, she ends up rejoining the group. Then, soon as they end up talking about something, and I guess Christen realizes that Jackie knew about the makeover the whole time, and Christen is just like, well, Jackie, you told me you didn't know nothing about it, and why you lying, and So anyways, that happened. So Jackie is sitting up there like, well, I knew you would be mad about it. I think what it is Jackie didn't want to be involved. She didn't want to be involved in this situation. She wanted to watch it play out. So I'm not mad at Jackie about that part. Okay, so next, this bitch Saneeyah is something else. She comes in and she is insulting the girl, saying that she can make her look better on a budget. And Christen is still feeling bad. She still feels judged and uncomfortable. And then Saneeyah is like, well, yeah, I can make you look, she got hair and shit, all this different color hair. That's the style. You a ghetto bitch just like I'm a ghetto bitch. And my thing is, don't call the girl a bitch and you don't even know who the fuck she is. You don't know shit about her. You should have came with just clothes. She didn't need no wigs. She didn't need none of that shit. So just because that's your style. And then it was Nicki Minaj looking wigs. Don't no female want to look like that. The girl has a very pretty face. She's prettier than some of y'all, honestly. She's a bigger girl, but the thicker girls out here, we getting it, honey. I'm a thick girl myself. We get approached by men. Men want us. So I'm sick of this whole, oh, you overweight, so would nobody want you? Everybody don't want a skinny ass, toothpick looking ass woman. No offense to those type of women, you guys, but I'm just saying I hate when people try to make it look like men just want something one size. That's the same thing with women. All men don't like light-skinned women. Sometimes they want them some chocolate. And there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody has different tastes. So I didn't like the whole, I don't know. I don't feel like Evelyn tried to make it about her weight, but it was this vibe of, oh, well, she still has her baby weight on. So the fuck what? If her man likes it, then what the fuck does it matter? Yes, she might want to get smaller, but it's not that big of a deal. So anyways, Christen is feeling real bad. I'm feeling real bad for her. She feels insecure about her weight, and, she expresses that to Saneeyah, and then Saneeyah go bring up a mean time on something. Well, sometimes you're not ugly, you're broke. And it's just like, why the fuck would you say some shit? And then what pissed me off is how all the girls just sat there and let Saneeyah say all of this and didn't say shit. It's like, say something to the girl's defense. She's defensive. She feels hurt and betrayed by Evelyn. It was just a big ass mess. And she just kept trying to say, Saneeyah kept trying to say, well, some people just don't know how to dress. So Saneeyah was just a mean bitch. People were saying, I looked at other people's reviews on this, and they was just trying to say that, well, Saneeyah can't even dress anyways. And my thing is this, she looked nice. I'm not going to sit up here and say, oh, she was best dressed ever, but the girl Saneeyah, she can dress. It was just her motherfucking way she was coming at Christen. She was being rude. She was being a ghetto ass bitch, and I cannot stand women like that. So anyways, Evelyn I think Christen ends up walking away in tears because her and the girl, Saneeyah, end up getting into it. And Saneeyah was just being so fucking aggressive with her. It's like, bitch, this is hurting her feelings, so back the fuck back. But the bitch kept getting aggressive. Christen ends up walking out. And Christen walks out and she tells Malaysia and BJ, Bonnie Joe, whatever the hell her name is, she's just letting her know, like, listen, I don't like that Evelyn did this to me. I'm feeling really bad, and I just feel some type of way. I don't like how a person is coming at me saying I can't dress, and she's being rude. So they pretty much give her some sympathy or whatever, and then Evelyn comes out and she's just like, I'm sorry, I didn't know she was gonna act like this. I feel really bad. And the girl is crying, Christen is crying, and Evelyn felt bad. Evelyn even cried with her, and that's why I fuck with Evelyn, because Evelyn is a real bitch. Evelyn recognized she went about the shit wrong, and she recognized it and apologized, and I'm always here for that, because not everybody does that. That bitch, Saneeyah, they should have been asked that bitch to leave. I think Jackie ends up asking her to stay, and Christen was upset. She looking like, this bitch needs to go on home. So, Saneeyah, they all sitting out, and Saneeyah recommends that Jackie get the makeover, and she's like, Jackie talking about some, no, why should I get it? I don't want it, no. And Jackie is the one shit that really needs it. That girl don't look that bad. Jackie be looking a crazy mess, but my thing with fashion, you guys, is not everybody cares about it. Some of the shit is a waste of money, just spending your money on clothes. You definitely want to look presentable, but I don't like all of this, oh, you gotta look like us, and if you don't look how we look, then you not really doing it. I just think they doing some mean girl shit. I don't think Evelyn really meant much by it. Like, her whole approach was fucked up, but I don't think that was her intention to hurt that girl's feelings. And once she realized she hurt her feelings, then, she apologized and said she would never do any makeovers on her. So they pretty much worked that out, and Christen says, she's going to have to use her best judgment and believe that Evelyn wasn't really trying to comfort her. So they end up getting out of the house, and they sit down at a restaurant having drinks, and this motherfucker Saneeyah, she all bonded up with Jackie, and then she ends up telling them how she loved this guy and no, he wasn't married. She was very defensive with Shawnee when Shawnee was asking questions, and yeah, he's a basketball player. And the reason why she's saying all this, because somebody asked her ass, did she ever mess with a basketball player? And she's going on and on, everybody looking at her, and then she mentions the guy had a woman, and he had kids with the woman. Shawnee believes she knows who she's talking about. And the girl is just pissy. I just really don't like this girl, Saneeyah. So everybody is looking at her crazy like, this story don't sound good. Jackie talking about some, oh, but she loves him though. It's nice. It's not, everybody's like, Jackie, it don't matter if she loved him. This shit don't sound right. He got a woman and kids. Even Shawnee said in her confessional, she feel like the girl's a homewrecker, and she is. She ain't had no remorse. So she's crying about him. And then, just, oh my God, y'all. It was just so motherfucking stupid. Malaysia hands her ass a tissue. Everybody is over this girl because Saneeyah, I forgot the one part, you guys. Saneeyah ends up saying, Shawnee was like, oh, he was married, wasn't he? And then Saneeyah, no, he wasn't married. But then the whole thing of it is, I think she did something with him or something right before he got married or something. It was like, bitch, pretty much he was married. You fucking around with a married man. She's distasteful, you guys. So anyways, that's pretty much what happened with that. Malaysia hands her the tissue, and then she ends up walking out talking about she got to go to the bathroom. Malaysia had looked bored out of her motherfucking mind. I believe she said that. Anyway, she brings her ass back in with motherfucking Brandi. Malaysia, I got to call you out, sweetie. I like you, but why the fuck did you bring Brandi? Motherfucking Tammy is not checking for her ass. I get that show's security guard for the night, but you shouldn't have did that. Anyway, Shawnee, Evelyn, and Tammy all get their ass up and walk out. He's standing outside. Brandi and Malaysia follow, and Brandi is like, anybody got a problem with me? Like, why is anybody talking with me? And, and then Tammy, is there a problem? Brandi saying all this, and Malaysia is just like, look, Tammy mad because she felt like he was trying to get shit riled up with her and Duffy. And then, Brandi, her crazy ass still, oh, well, y'all just go ignore me? And I'm like, bitch, if they not talking to you, they not fucking with you. Walk on, girl. Go on. So I will check y'all out later. That was Basketball Wives, you guys. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. It is your girl, Brand New, and I am out.